Hello everybody and welcome back to my Roblox how-to series on everything that you need to know about how to make Roblox games. So, we're going to continue the trend of the last two episodes where we had remote events, then bindable events, and now we're going to talk about bindable functions. So, let's first get a bindable function into our game. So, if we go into the workspace here, or you can put it in replicated storage or server storage, wherever you need. For right now, I'm going to put it in the workspace, and we just type in bindable, and you should see right here with bindable event, you get bindable function. And there we go, now we have it here, and it's called function. So, what does a bindable function do? Well, what a bindable function does is it acts similar to a bindable event in that it'll fire something out into the world, and then another script can pick it up and do something with it. But the bindable function, it uses something called invoking, where when you invoke the bindable function, then it's going to send it out just like firewood with a bindable event, and then the other script picks it up with onInvoke, and then it'll attach it to a preset function. And what's cool about bindable functions is that they allow you to pass parameters into those functions. So let me show you. So let me open a script here, and we're going to define our function. So let's do local bindable function, capitalize that, equals workspace dot function. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do local invoke equals bindable function colon invoke. So this is what I was saying earlier, where it acts kind of like how remote event colon firewood or bindable event colon firewood. It's just a different name. It's invoke. So what we can do is we can put parameters into here, and whatever script picks it up will be able to take those parameters and put it into its function. So if we set up another script here and we create a function, local function, we'll call this part changer. So we'll have this in here, and then we'll enter, and now we have our function. So what I'm going to try and do with this function is have it so that we can pass information into through invoke, like the shape of our part, the size of our part, and the color of our part, and transfer it over directly into this function so that we can do stuff with it. So we also have to define our bindable function in here as well. So let me copy and paste this over from our other script. And then the way to listen for a bindable function is by typing bindable function dot onInvoke, kind of like on server event or on client event. And then we can do equals part changer, not colon connect. That's for the other ones. So we assign our bindable function to this function right here, which is part changer. Now what we need to do is we need to set up the parameters. So let me go back into the game real quick, and let's insert a part, and we'll call this magical, whimsical, super awesome part. Okay, maybe that's a bit too long. Magic part. There we go. I don't want to have to write all that in the script. But magic part here, right? It's going to do magical things, like change its shape, and change its color, and maybe even its size. So we'll make this like a little cube here. Or rectangle, whatever. And we're going to go back into our script. And we're going to set up some variables here that we can use to put inside of our invoke. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a table that's going to hold different possibilities for different outcomes that we could have when we invoke this bindable function. Like, it could turn into a sphere, it could turn into a rectangle, it could turn into a wedge, all that kind of stuff. Alright, so I've set up two different tables here, one for shapes and one for colors, and feel free to pause this video if you want to copy this down and follow along with me as well. Alright, so now that we have these two tables here, what we're going to do is inside of invoke, we're going to choose a random table slot from each of these. So we'll write shapes, and then we'll put square brackets, and inside of those square brackets we'll put math.random 1, 5. And that'll give us a random element of this table from 1 to 5, which is the start to the end. Now what we can do is we can take this, we can copy it, and then we can put a comma down, and then paste it, and then change shapes to colors. And there we go. There's our parameters, and now if we go over to our other script over here, we can set the parameters here in our function, which is going to be shape, comma, color. And then inside of here, we actually first, before I forget, we need to define magic part up here. Magic part equals workspace dot magic part. Alright, now what we can do is inside of here, we can put magic part dot shape equals shape. And then whatever shape ends up coming out of here will get put into here. And then we can do magic part dot color equals color. And there we go. That's, for the most part, our bindable function. But now we need a way to actually call this and not just have it do it once like this. What we can do is we can have it so that when you click on the part, then it'll change its shape and its color like magic. So let's get our magic part here in the workspace, hit the little plus next to it, and search up click detector, put it in there, and then what we can do is we can go into our script here, which is this one, this one right here. And I'll actually label these, it'll make things easier. Okay, there we go. So now I have call and change part. So I'm gonna put call inside of magic part just to make things a little bit easier, so that what I can do is down here I can put script.parent.clickDetector.mouseClick :connect function, and then inside of this function we can put our little invoke inside of it. And now we should be all good. So if we hit play here, now what we can see here is that if we go up to it, it's clickable. And if we click on it, then things change. Now we have a blue sphere, a pink wedge, blue wedge, green cube. And we could just keep doing this on and on and on and on and on for as long as we want. So that's really cool. Now you know how bindable functions work and how they can be used in certain things such as this magic part. Now, in the next episode, we're going to take the things that we've learned up until this point and we're going to do another project. which is going to be super duper excited. I always love doing project videos. So, see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of your day. Peace.